Ahoy, crew! There be treasures in the Torah, not of gold nor silver, but of fire. A fire not merely lit, but entrusted. A fire that is not just illuminated, but entrusted. Not for a moment, but for all days. Not to be admired from far, but maintained with care, with discipline, with intention. Some fires fade with time. Left unattended, they weaken, they dim, and eventually they vanish. But this one is commanded, not suggested, not recommended, commanded. So I ask you, crew, who among ye will keep it burning? There be a tale from the sea that answers that very question. There once was a ship, crew, not unlike this one, that sailed through waters thick with fog and hidden reef. And upon her deck there burned a watchfire. There burned a flame, not for warmth, not for comfort, but for life itself. For that fire marked their place upon the sea, warned of danger beneath the waves, and kept their course in the dark. Now, the captain gave a simple command: let not the fire go out. Not because it was difficult, but because it was easy to forget. At first, the crew was diligent. They fed it. They watched it. They guarded it. But as the seas grew calm and the nights grew quiet, a thought crept in. What harm be there if we let dim just a little? One man skipped his watch. Another said, I'll tend to it later. Another did not wish to stand apart from the rest. And so, the fire did not vanish all at once. It lowered. It weakened. It whispered instead of roared. Until one night, it went out entirely. And in that darkness, the ship drifted, no signal, no warning, no course. By the time the crew realized they were already upon the rocks, and the sea claimed what the fire once protected. A man does not lose his course in the storm. He loses it when he lets the fire go out. Before we go further, let us remember who it is that we serve. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kavod, Maluto, Leolam Vaed. There be a question now set before us, not of theory, not of words alone, but of responsibility. The Torah does not speak of fire lightly, nor does it leave a man to guess what must be done. So come closer, crew, and let us see what has been commanded. There be treasures in the Torah, hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered by those willing to seek them. And on this voyage, we set our course to find them. Now, let us begin!
From names once hidden, roots we reclaim. From scattered sparks, we learn our name. Through longest night, the call remains the same. Echoed truth, no time restrained. Treasures in the Torah, long proclaimed. Ancient truth becomes eternal flame. By the Torah's light, we chart our way through darkest night to break of day. Across the seas where exiles roam, the written word becomes our home. What once was hidden now is shown, guiding us where truth has grown. From generations, voice and flame, we rise to walk the path again. Avast me hearties, welcome to Treasures in the Torah. Welcome aboard.
The question we asked at the outset, who among ye will keep it burning? The Torah does not leave that unanswered. It gives a command. A perpetual fire shall be kept burning upon the altar. It shall not be extinguished. This command was not given lightly. It was given as a system. The priest was commanded to rise every morning and tend the fire. He was commanded to arise early and tend the fire. Not when it looked weak, not when it was nearly snuffed out, but before it ever reached that point. And the Torah speaks also of the ashes. The priest would lift the ashes, place them beside the altar, and carry them to a place outside the camp. even what has already been consumed must be handled with care. Because what remains still matters. Unattended ashes choke the fire. And the Torah repeats itself. The fire shall be kept burning, it shall not be extinguished. Why repeat it here? Because men forgot. And when a man forgets, the fire begins to fade. This command was not given in a vacuum. There will come a time, crew, though we stand now in 17th century, when the fire be tested beyond what most men can bear. There will be those who will carry it when the cost will be everything. There will come a land that most of us have already heard of, Spain, will rise to prominence. Once filled with Torah, with wisdom, and with song, that will turn against its own. A decree will go forth, and the people will be given a choice. They will be given a choice. They will have a decision to make. Leave, convert, or perish. Families will be torn apart. Names will be stripped away. Lives will be overturned like ships in a storm. And many will walk in the open as something they are not. But in the hidden places, the fire will remain. Candles will be lit behind closed shutters. The Shema will be whispered in the dark. Children will be taught in secret what must never be forgotten. There will rise a man, Luis de Carvajal, who will cling to the covenant in secret. And when he is found, he will be burned alive. There will be another, Solomon Milcho, who will return openly, who will stand before kings. And he too will be burned. And there will be a woman who we have discussed before in our time together, Doña Gracia, who will rise with wealth and power. And instead of turning to comfort, she will use all she has to rescue her people. They will try to put out the fire in Spain, and still the Torah will remain. On this voyage, we unfurl the Spanish Chumash and read from its sacred ink, a witness not merely to words, but to endurance. For though the fires of the Spanish Inquisition raged fierce, seeking to snuff out the flame of Israel, let it be declared upon every wind and every wave on the seven seas, the Spanish Inquisition will fail. they kindled their torches to destroy us. Yet their fire has died, and ours remains. For the flame of Israel is not fed by man, and no hand of man can ever put it out. Entrarían a pregar el fuego en España y una así la Torah permanencia. And still, the fire will endure. And so, crew, the fire that was preserved then has now been placed in our hands, not under threat, not under decree, but in comfort. And that is where most men lose it, not in persecution, not in struggle, but in ease. Not because they were forced, but because they chose not to continue. You will wake up one morning and the fire will be gone. You will watch it fade, slowly, quietly. One missed day, one delayed moment, one tomorrow, one later. Until one day, you look upon what remains, and the fire that once burned strong is barely a coal. The Torah told you, add wood every day. Do not wait. Do not delay. Maintain it. Feed it. Stoke it. Guard it. Today. And that be the matter laid plain before ye. No mystery, no excuse. You do not need a new fire. You do not need fresh wind. You do not need fresh fire. You do not need new flames. You need to tend the one that you already have. And this be only the beginning. Our next sail we go deeper into what it means to draw near. Before we depart this moment, however, receive the blessing of Aaron. Yivarecha Adonai v'yishamrecha Ya'er Adonai panav alecha v'yihunecha Yasi Adonai panav alecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May Hashem bless you and keep you. May Hashem make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. And may Hashem lift up his face upon you and give you peace. May the wind in your sails be filled with Hashem's righteousness. And may the evil urge plunge straight into Davy Jones' locker. But before we part, there be one more thing. There be a truth that every generation must reckon with. The fire was never meant for one man alone. It was given from one hand to the next. Those were there, and there were those who guarded it in exile, who kept it alive in secret. And now ye stand where they once stood. The question is no longer what they did, but what will ye do? The fire must never go out. So tell me, crew, who among ye will tend it? Keep your fires stoked. Keep feeding your flame. May the flame of the Holy One, blessed be He, pour upon you mightily this Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. I look forward to seeing you on the next voyage. And for those who are so inclined, we would appreciate it very much if you were to like the broadcast, subscribe, and the greatest form of compliment that you could possibly give is to share it with someone else who may need to hear the message that we be talking. Shalom.